Hello, how are you guys doing today? So this is my Epiphany channel. I'm Cheryl Abram, and this is where I talk about various things related to learning development and evaluation, especially in the interest of decolonizing ideas around these things so we can see it differently, think differently, and make different kinds of decisions regarding the way we learn and the actions that we take from there. So I want to say a very special thank you to Jay Wilson because I've been a sub of Jay Wilson since I came on Facebook or since I started doing this vlog for like 3 months now or 2 months now, and so I reached out. I hear the stuff he talks about. He's funny as hell. Like I just absolutely love listening to him, but I was speaking to an individual that I know from Mississippi, a pastor, actually a pastor who I consider my mentor. And I told him about the work I was doing on YouTube and the things I was seeing and the people that I follow, because he has a channel as well, right? So we were comparing notes. So I mentioned Jay Wilson and he was like, oh, I know him. So I was like, oh my goodness, what a small world. So after we talked a little bit, I reached out to Jay and I said, I just met a pastor who says he knows you, and I'm Cheryl, and I've heard the things that you talk about, and I would love it if you would on your channel mention some work that I'm doing to create training, entrepreneurial training for individuals who are coming out of prison. And this is for a nonprofit called Family Rise Together. They've commissioned me to help create this training curriculum for their nonprofit, because they go into prisons, they teach, and then once the folks come out, they also teach and help them find jobs and create businesses in Duluth, Minnesota, where the population of us is very small. So I was more than happy to do that. So, and Jay was very happy to do it too, and I was really impressed because he clearly did his research, and he spoke very well to the organization. And I really want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all the subs that were in the room. He also mentioned it earlier today, I think, which is just, it was just wonderful, and it was heartfelt, and I know it was genuine. And I just want to say thank you again, Jay, because I've been, looking at various people's channels and learning, right? Because that's what I talk about. That's what I do for a living, right? I design learning. So I'm learning, and I'm also listening, like to see, what the hell is going on? What are y'all talking about on YouTube? And it's been interesting. It's been very interesting. But, one thing that I see in myself as I listen to these conversations and the various things that are going on, all the beefs, the very positive things, everything. What I recognize is that I love the book, So You Want to Talk About Race. I don't know if any of you have read So You Want to Talk About Race. If you haven't, please get it. It's very good. But what's her name? Olowu, Ijeoma Olowu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's her name. But what she says in there, a part that I love, she talks about checking your privilege. And she's not talking about white people. She's talking about us, right? How we need to check our privilege. And, years ago, if I'd have heard that, I'd have been like, what the hell are you talking about? I have no privilege. What do you mean? But what she means is that we do. Like, I'm heterosexual. Being heterosexual is a privilege. Okay. Also, I'm not disabled. That's a privilege. I'm of regular height. I'm not a little person. That's a privilege. So I have so many different privileges, right? And I really need to, and what she encourages in her book, So You Want to Talk About Race, is really taking an inventory of our own privileges. Because some of the conversations I have, like I made another video today, and I clearly recognized that my problem was a very clear first world problem. Okay. I mean, in other words, it's not a problem. All right. Compared to what other. So I really, again, appreciate Jay taking the time out, of what he's doing to shine a light on people, who may not, even our own people, among our own people, who may not have the same privileges that we have. The fact that I have a degree, that's a privilege. It really is, and either the way I grew up and the parents I had, I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. But as a learning professional, as a learning designer, as somebody who does this work, those are, and as somebody who's trying to decolonize the way we think about learning and development and evaluation and decision making and all that, right? That's really something that, like, I take notice of things like that, and I try my very best to look at myself, to look at Cheryl first, when it comes. And as I talked about in a different video, I am making it a practice to release people from judgment. Okay. Because, and I say release because what I find myself doing is defining myself by what other people think. As a budding entrepreneur, as an employee, as a mother, as a daughter, as a friend, I'm looking to other folks and their perspectives and opinions and filters and all that to say, okay, this is who Cheryl is, So what I need to get better at doing, and what I practice religiously, is releasing these people from judgment. And I say releasing because I'm the one who's holding on. I'm saying, tell me what you think. What do you think? How do you see me? And I can't do that, right? Because my entire goal is to, any decision I make and anything that I do, I need that to be authentic. I need that to emerge from Cheryl. Okay. So that now I'm accountable for that, and whatever I'm accountable for, I can change and I can control. All right. And that's where my power is and what I'm accountable for. All right. So, yeah, that's it. I just wanted this to be a thank you. I really appreciate it. And, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.